Hello everybody, this is Conquering History Games, and welcome back to part 2 of my Indian Empire campaign here in Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich. So, let me just take a peek over here at the research. We've got dispersed industry being worked on. It's going to be a little while until... It's going to be 57 days until mechanical computing is done. Is this going to take 70 days? Yes. Okay, so I just need to remember to, grab the industrial thing right away. Now, one of the problems with being authoritarian democratic is I need world tension to be at 75% before I can manually justify war goals. And I would like to attack the Dominion of India. I'm going to go after them first because the Bharatiya commune, its terrain just becomes a really big pain. So I'd like to take out the Dominion first. So we're going to have to try to do that, but I'm also going to be required to wait for some time. You see, I don't want to... I've got a little bit over a year until I'm able to have enough infantry equipment that I'll feel comfortable making that move. But also, I have to prepare for the final struggle. I got to do traders in the north and all that, but we're going to see where the world tension's at. Sometimes, I know it's not very often, but sometimes you do see that world war break out again in 1938. So that would be nice, but we're just going to get down to the research capabilities and see where we are. Wait, what's that national spirit? Oh, the Academy of Technology. So just giving me give me faster research time. Because we have the greatest research facility available on this subcontinent. The commune's got... Oh, we got Boss in charge out in the commune, huh? And he's already doing final showdown. Dang, he's going to be getting aggressive on me. Alright, but it looks like everybody's all trained up now. Very good. Very, very good. Okay, you can stop. Let's bring you over here. What the heck just happened? Oh, I know what just happened. Okay, split. There we go. Get half of you over here. Geez, Boss might be making the decision to start the war without me. He didn't even consult me. Okay, second army. Let's do something like that. Okay. So at least now I feel a little bit more comfortable. So what I want to start doing now is let's set up some support equipment as well as artillery, which is going to necessitate me getting a little bit of aluminum. I can live with that. It's not like there's a ton of stuff I need to do to be building right now. I think we're still working on that infrastructure, and then after that we'll start working on some military factories, but for the most part we're good here. Okay, now let's pause. Before I forget, we're going to come over here to the industry, grab the improved machine tools, and now the new economic reforms are going to give me those industry research bonuses for 1939. And we're done with delay. So everything's looking really good right now. Get additional defense. You see, now the key to these wars is you got to get over the river. Once you're over the river, you're good to go, more or less. Now, we are still at peace, and I don't think I need any political power anytime soon, but I would like to get that electronics bonus for the computing machine here. So let's pick that up real quick. So I think we're going to do electronics focus, seek foreign investment, just keep moving around from there. Got to get to that research slot. So yeah, lots of stuff is going on out here. We've got Estonia and Latvia that have broken away, and so the Baltic War has begun. Germany usually puts this down pretty quickly. It's just a question of how they do so. Belarus is still working with Germany, as is Ukraine. Who's out here in Austrian Empire? So we've got Galicia, Karl also, Bohemia, Illyria. Who's in charge? Alexander II's running Serbia. Russia has announced her ambitions. Dmitry has. See, it's a literal her now. Okay. Let's see. Still gives me plenty of free civilian factories. You see, the fact is, I'm not terribly worried about construction because I just don't have that much room to construct anywhere. Let's let this fill up, and then we're going to go for dispersed industry. Things are already looking great. We're down to 490 days estimated for oops, I'm still paused. For filling up on this. Also, we've become totally acclimatized to the heat, which is not a huge deal because so have they, but it's something, right? But world tension is rising quickly. Yeah, we got lucky with that American Civil War breaking out after all. Yeah, who's in New England? William Harriman. Kind of looks like, what's her name? I don't know. But looks like my theory of the Federalists being strong is being proved to be very wrong. Oh, man, the American Union State didn't take control of the Chesapeake Bay area. You got to get over this crossing from Norfolk, or else the CSA is going to walk all over you. I've seen it happen 1,000 times. Oh, yeah, we haven't checked in on the Civil War, so we have Alfonso. He's looking pretty good, although the CNT is coming in strong with their committee once again. It's like the Hondurans. And how are things going with the bow tie wearer? Javier. Very, very purple. Any doubt? Am I purple enough? Am I purple enough? Do you guys know that I'm royal? Am I purple enough? But nice. Only 135 days, and we're going to be getting Dispersed Industry 3. So we're really clipping along. We're going to have access to that technology about 2 years early. Who's the Pope right now? I didn't even see. Okay, so they elected John the 23rd. I actually saw recently the stat breakdown on how it's supposed to be with the AI electing popes, and then I promptly forgot it, so sorry. Sorry, everybody. I was looking forward to hearing what it was from me. The Indo-Chinese Union is still hanging in there. See, they've got somewhere between 9 and 24 divisions. That's kind of a big spread, but who knows? They probably not, but they might be able to grind down the East Asians. Doubtful, but possible. Okay, let's finally get that foreign investment before things get too crazy. So that's going to cut in half the backwards economy effects. So right now I've got 35% of my consumer goods being used. I got a 35% consumer goods thing happening, and that'll bring it down to 25. Yeah, not too bad. Or wait. Yeah, I should bring it down to 25 because it'll take away another 10%. Because the Council of Princes is also doing that for me. Nepal atrocities. Oh wait, this concerns us. In the the Ganges Yamuna Basin. Horrible news has reached us from the Ganges Yamuna Basin. Late last night, the celebration of the Hindu festival of Diwali turned violent as hundreds upon hundreds of Indians utilized the gathering to launch spontaneous protests against Nepal's occupation of rightful Indian soil. A local police commander lost his nerve and ordered his troops to fire upon one of these demonstrations, leaving 50 civilians dead. Temperatures are running high throughout the lowlands, reaching revolutionary heights in Dehradun. That's over here in the west. Our government should be prepared for any eventuality. After all, do we not claim to represent all Indians? So yes, I believe that Nepal, in the Kaiserreich world, they took this and these two. So they took Uttarakhand, Gorakhpur, and Muzaffarpur, instead of just Nepal, where they just have Nepal. Oh, and I think they also took this, Sikkim. I think that also normally belongs to India. So they both are going after them. Let's see how this turns out. It's such a... I really am so fascinated by how this war plays out sometimes, because I've seen Nepal hold out for just years in the mountains. So I wonder if maybe this is a good time to rush for the reforms. But you see, I'm kind of in the middle of something, but you know, here's the issue. For those of you who don't know, if you haven't checked out my guide on the Princely Federation, or you've never played the Princely Federation or whatever, if you refuse the proposed reforms, the southern princes, Madras, Travancore, Mysore, they're going to start breaking away from you. And so essentially you have a civil war on your hands, kind of like the American Civil War. But the thing is that the commune and the Dominion will also demand lands. The Bharatiya commune is going to demand Nagpur, and then the Dominion of India is going to demand Bombay. And if you refuse them, they might attack. They don't always, but they might. So then you're getting attacked by 5 different countries. So it's a very difficult situation to get out of. All right, let's let this fill up, and then we're going to go for the production efficiency cap, I'm thinking. Not that I'm anywhere near to hitting it. We'll still do that anyway, though. Production efficiency growth. Already down to 300 days. So sometime in 1938 we'll be ready. In theory. But let's let's switch this, how this infantry looks, out. Give the double rifles, put engineers in there as well as infantry. Okay, that puts us to a nice, simple 1920s. And okay, the Dominion of India got the lion's share of that. Commune just got Sikkim. Alright, so that means one of them already did the absorbing for me, sort of. Oh shoot, my bad. Lost a few research days there. Okay, foreign investments done. Okay, get the railroad. Give me that political power. Okay, so it looks like the Dominion released it. The Federal Republic of Nepal. They're Social Democrats. Whoa, what just happened there? Tribhuvan von Ber Bikram Shah. It's a very unique portrait. Eddie 8. Eddie 8 ruling over Indians. So preparing the western border. I really think he's coming for me, guys. He's not slowing down. He's taking the final showdown. He's preparing the western border, which yeah, he's got over 300,000 men in the field, just like me. I think Bose is going to try to pull a fast one on me. I might have to enter into a war with him, which could become rather difficult. Let's see, what are his unit? Oh, he's training them up. He's getting ready. It looks like he's basically just running pure infantry, though. Some calves in there. So we're going to definitely have the superior divisions. Jeez, he's making me nervous, though. It's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a fight I don't want. Although I guess the good news is that he's not in a faction. Oh, are they pushing back? I think they are. I think Indochina is pushing back. Socialist state of Siam. Lessons of the Civil War. There goes Portugal joining the Entente, making my life that much more difficult. We could try to increase stability, maybe. Or, no, we need to do free trade. Free trade's going to give us a lot of bonuses. I know I keep saying I'm going to stop purchasing things, but I need it. But now for reals, we're going to stop because I want to get war economy later. They're going after Muhammad Alim Khan, Genghis Khan's descendant. Speaking of Genghis Khan, what's Mongolia going to be up to? I'll tell you, Mongolia... Oh, they just became the Khanate. Rise of the Mongol Empire. But they just don't... why is this happening so much? It must be something weird in the code, but the combined syndicates, they continuously keep... they just keep getting military access to Mongolia for some reason. I keep seeing screenshots people post of it. It is more than a little strange. Alright, we get this computing machine real quick now. Whoa! The 5th Andhra Mahasabha. The Andhra Mahasabha was a people's organization initially founded in the early 1920s to further the use of the Telugu language. Hey, I actually incorporated that language into my thumbnail. If you check out the HD version of it, it might be too hard to read on the thumbnail. But over the prevalence of Urdu in Hyderabad state. However, over the course of its last 4 conferences, the movement moved further to the left by developing concrete political aims at enforcing compulsory education, workers' and peasants' rights, as well as a progressive democratization of the princely federation. Currently under the leadership of the great liberal intellectual Madhapati Hanumantha Rao, the Andhra Mahasabha is nonetheless sharply divided between its bourgeoisie leading cadre and the mass of leftists and syndicalist workers and peasants that constitute its core of support. Yet in spite of these differences, the movement has just held its 5th Congress, and there presented a quite radical and very anti-feudal proposal for constitutional reform. As a result, there have been much upheaval within the more conservative circles of the Council of Princes, with the most reactionary Maharajas and Zamindars demanding the banning of the movement. How should the executive react? We can institute a crackdown on the liberal demagogues, or let these pitiful intellectuals have their petty meetings. No, we gotta crack down on that. No. Stop it. Alright, Egypt. Okay, the Ottoman War has begun, so we've got Egypt, another great portrait coming at the Ottomans, the Sultan here. And let's see what isn't the kingdom supposed to spawn here? There it is. Yeah, the Mashriki kingdom. And India's making their play. I mean, not India, Iran. It's going to be really interesting to see how Iran plays out. This is a very detailed one for Azerbaijan. All right, that's it. I think we're done with the railroad now. We can finally get our 4th research slot in 1938. The Hyderabad-Deccan Railroad reaches Cape Comorin, which is somewhere down here. At long last, the trail of the Hyderabad-Deccan Railroad snakes all the way from the Bombay metropolis to the Malabar coast, decisively creating great coherence and a sense of unity between the involved princely states. The successful coalition of this great undertaking has left critics of the government, foreign as well as domestic, speechless. Today, with modern transportation connecting the tip of the continent with its major centers of power, our nation shines as a beacon of modernity. How great is our glorious nation, and gimme dat political power. All right, so the commune is holding off right now. Okay, so I guess they wanted to just be in a position to rush me. So whenever they do make a move, it's going to take 70 days. So if I'm going to be going after the Dominion of India, I need to think that I've got to be in a position that I can pull it off in that amount of time. So, okay, first off, let's switch everybody over, which is going to keep me low on infantry equipment, especially because remember I'm moving them all up to the 20 widths now. But they've got the engineers in there, which is going to do wonders for me. Okay, that math cannot possibly be correct. It's not going to take 2 years to get the support equipment I need, right? No way, Jose. It really is? Oh my gosh. It's going to take another 266 days, 272 days. This cannot be right. I am trading for the aluminum I need, right? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Well, let's train them a little bit. Get them back to where they need to be. I don't need them all to have all the support equipment. It's okay. So what I really got to look for here is I need to wait for the Entente to get involved in another war. And so it's all about timing. I guess maybe I want the Second World War to break out or just something else, anything else that's going to distract them. You know, how many... They're already building planes. I was thinking about building planes because I wouldn't need very many to get superiority, but you know what? No. No. We don't have time. We don't have time for that. So let's just keep moving. We're almost there. Of course, down the line I'll have to think about tanks, but let me take out at least one of these before I think of that sort of stuff. Mobile defense done, and is it time to make my decision, or can I just put this off? Let's put it off and grab other things before I decide what kind of if I want to do integrated or dispersed. Okay, so the good news is we've got almost 500,000 men in our army. Let's take a look at the Dominion's forces. I see some mountaineers in there, but the regular infantry is still just that. It's just infantry. They're not building artillery, nothing. Oh, the commune is starting to integrate artillery into its divisions, so that's getting worrisome. Gotta still see how it plays out. The National Protection Alliance is making a move against Shengqing. Also, let's pick up the radio before I forget. That recovery time is going to be good, too. Oh, what happened up here? Something around Hanoi. Indo-Chinese Union, it's still hanging in there. Very interesting. Ottomans, tough to say how they're doing. They've got some divisions that are pretty far in their territory, but they've got them encircled. I don't think the war with Bulgaria has started yet, between Bulgaria and the rest of the Belgrade Pact. Kodran, who's a vampire. That's cute. That's very cute. Tom Mann's in charge up in Union of Britain. Decent pick, I suppose. Collins also has his hat. Gustav V is running things in Sweden, although I swear this looks more like an English king if I didn't know better. Okay, next up, we've got... What do we want to do? Okay, so we've expanded the research capabilities. I suppose I should prepare for the final struggle, if for no other reason than get that war support. But it also could put me in a position that I can quickly invade the Dominion in, let's say, well, quickly meaning 200 days-ish. Keep coming in with those, that combine. Oh, the Canadian intervention has begun. Hold on a sec. Let's pick up the recon companies. All right, so yeah, the Canadians have intervened. How's this going? You see, once again, the myth is dispelled that the Canada only intervenes if the federalist government falls. It's not true, as we see here. Federalist government under Olson is still very much alive, and now King Eddie VIII is coming for that ass, as well as William. Now, you know what they should do? This would be so dirty birdie of the Canadians. Maybe if they went paternal autocrat, they can pull this kind of scummy move. Is if they take out the combined syndicates and the U.S. and the American Union state are still fighting, they should give all land they occupy, meaning Canada, to New England, and just start to turn New England into their puppet. New England's actually the real legitimate United States. See, it says right there, legitimate America. That could be some dirty games right there. Oh, protect civil liberties. They changed that focus picture, so it's also anime. A lot of work, a lot of good work into this mod. You can tell they care. Philippines. Whoa, she looks very upset. What's going on down here in Australasia? Still democratic, social conservatives in charge. No sign of a coup just yet. Oh yeah, I didn't finish my thought earlier when I was talking about Mongolia. This could just be me, but I feel like Mongolia is not as aggressive as it used to be, or if it is, it's always in one direction. They always go after Russia, but I feel, maybe I'm just remembering wrong, I feel like they used to go after Tibet and China some more too, like they'd attack the Qing, they'd attack Tianguo. They just don't feel as aggressive as they used to be, and you know what, maybe I need to hop on in here and show them how it's done, you know what I mean? Yeah, coming all the way down to reclaiming Persia. You can get Mongolia can get so freaking huge. It's ridiculous. Need a little bit of luck on your side, but it's definitely possible. Okay, so now that they're done training, okay, it's going to take about a half a year for the infantry equipment to be done. That'll be definitely done. Artillery will definitely be done. So we need more stuff in the support equipment right now because that's what we are short on, what we're going to be short on if I choose to finish up the final struggle and just rush for invading the Dominion. What are you up to? Okay, yeah, I think Bose just wanted to get in a position. So I'm just trying to predict the AI, which, you know, predicting Hearts of Iron 4 AI, that's hardly a science. But if I'm Bose, I'm waiting for the Princely Federation to make a move against the Dominion first. Then I'm going to activate my war goal and take them out. By the way, I didn't mention this before, but clearly Germany did not go for the Sale of Ceylon, so I'm a little annoyed with them right now. We got a civil war down in Africa. Smuts. Who are you calling a smut? She's very conservatively dressed. Look, she's putting on a tie. She's getting extra dressed. And Daniel Francois Malan. And Rhodesia. That is a smug-ass Rhodesia. Okay, so I think we are going to make this play. I'm going to have the infantry equipment in time. You know, they're involved in the war against the CSA, so they've got units leaving. They've got, what, 7 divisions on the border with me? I think this is the time to make the play because the combined syndicates, they're not going to capitulate yet. Let's go for it. So after some deliberation, we have determined our target should be the Dominion of Delhi. Agents have been dispatched to ensure we have the most up-to-date information on their strength. See, I would love to keep working on the economy, but, you know, I don't think there's anything in my economic tree that's going to give me the 20-plus factories that the Dominion of India will. Uruguay wins the World Cup. Beat Brazil 2-0. Good for them. So, meanwhile, we're going to just hold on to this political power while we wait, just so I can switch over to the war economy as soon as it begins. Let's get ready. Oh, yeah. It's the first war that's always the trickiest when you're the Federation. Now, let's also not forget that I can request their forces. So what we're going to do with them is garrison these areas. Make sure I don't get a naval invaded from behind or something, because it's not as if I have a navy. Good, the Entente is now getting even more busy. Declaration of the Argentine Commune. Wow. There's some crazy stuff going on out there. The Tuareg Confederation is broken off. So has Wadai. And Trab all Baidan. Yeah, when are they going to get a focus tree, huh? Come on, Kaiserreich team. When is this incredibly specific minor country that nobody plays, that only I care about, going to get their own focus tree? Said every Kaiserreich fan ever. Alright. Support equipment's done. How's the artillery looking? We could start to get better artillery, but I don't think I'll have it built in time. 81 days. You know what? We could do it, and just as they get built, they'll fill in. We could try. Who's in charge of Liberia? Free Liberia under George Padmore. All right. Now the Argentine Commune has been established down here with Fonte. They are still, yeah, they're a dominion. They're an autonomous puppet, pardon me, of Chile. And Bolivia went Phalangist. Who's down here in Paraguay? I haven't looked at Panama's yet. Just trying to, give people a chance to look at all the portraits. I know some are new and whatnot. Here's Haiti. She's got glasses, so she's smart. And what is this, a nun or a maid running the Dominican Republic? All right. Yeah, who's in charge of Morocco? Muhammad V. Well, we're just waiting right now for the war to start. No big deal. Let's change this up. This is the home front. Let's give you the guys the castle. Something like this. Yeah, that's fine. What can we give you here? You're a guerrilla fighter, entrenchment speed. Okay. Certainly worse things to give to the garrison person. Because, again, we're just worried about those potential naval invasions. I hope the CSA is holding on. They've lost Detroit. Sovereignists dominate Middle Africa. The press pack in Berlin has been abuzz with reports about sweeping political changes taking place within the traditionally secretive Middle African colonial administration, despite the colony's Statthalter von Goering having undergone a bruising legal battle in the German courts. It appears that his political survivor has greatly emboldened the so-called Souverainisten faction in Dar es Salaam, using the legal principle established in the case of Kenyatta v. Soif, that within Middle Africa, the Salter sovereignty cannot be infringed. Goering's more hardline faction has become ascendant domestically. The Dark Continent is sure to get darker under the influence of these figures, many of whom have long treated Middle Africa as little more than a personal fiefdom. So they've gone national populist, and Heart of Darkness is going to look like a trip to Disney World here in a second. Now I'm trying to remember the invading. Okay, it gives me the goal. I don't automatically go to war with a Dominion. That's good to know. And Boss just started a new focus, so let's get to it over here. Invade the Dominion. The traitors to the north have too long been a threat. We must strike preemptively with the element of surprise. And yeah, indeed, we are going to need surprise. You see, I don't like this. They're already starting to reinforce themselves, though, because they're getting so many. They're getting so many divisions. They're starting to reinforce. I don't like that. Not one bit. We're going to keep these guys on this front until the very last moment. What else is happening in the world? AOG is still just a flag. But I think we're going to stop before we get to the war here today. But I don't see any reason why it shouldn't happen in the next one. Infantry equipment, we're still 58 days away on that. We're still 224 days away on the support equipment. Let's just shift one factory over real quick. Alright, what else is happening? We got the recon. We could go for the better engineers. It's going to give me a bonus on against forts. Did they end up building theirs? No, they did not. So it's just the commune that has them. Still, a little fort bonus could be good. 130 days. Anything else worth getting? Should I get the, you know what, maybe the encryption and decryption would be good to have. Yeah, I think so. But, alright, now with that extra factory, we're still at 175 days on the support equipment. Damn. Damn. They're reinforcing quick. They've got lots of divisions. Come on, don't you want to go help the Canadians? It's fine. We just need to get that initial breach over the river. And so really what we might try to do is we're going to take this pocket of Bagelkhand, and when they break, they're going to, of course, retreat over here to Jubalpur, but their organization will still be low. So as long as we continue to press that advantage, we might be able to get over the river there. And that is, as I've been saying, that is always the key to any India campaign, is you got to get over the river. Once you've done that, you got your beachhead, so to speak, and things get a whole lot easier. But we're going to wait now, and till we're not going to wait now, but wait a second. Oh, I remember this one. So this is weird. This is the one where I just changed the name of Bombay, and yeah, I get stability. And so Bombay is now just called, Bombay is now just called Mumbai, and the province as a whole is called Maharashtra. So like, it only gives me a good thing. I don't understand it. I'm not going to pretend to, but just it's good to have, right? So anyway, we are gonna invade the Dominion here. We got that reunion fever on our side. Let's go over what that does one more time. A fever to reunite the Indian subcontinent has taken hold, with the crowds in the capital chanting the names of those enemies who would prevent the nation from reuniting India. Increases my war support by 25%. Notice that that I'm at 100% right now. Increases my recruitable population factor, and most importantly gives me an additional 10% division recovery rate. Also, my surrender limit has changed, but hey, nobody's attacking me, so don't worry about it. Nobody would dare. Plus, I'm not giving an inch. Unless I do that tactic where maybe I give an inch just so they can pour in, and then I can attack them and surround them on this side of the river, but I'm not a huge fan of that idea. So, anyway. Well, the war is going to happen in the next episode. Thank you for joining me. I'm Conquering History Games. You all have yourselves a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.